So, is that not the cutest cutie patootie little planter you've ever seen? Uh-huh. Got a little treat last night. Dollar General. So, hey guys, I had to open up this Tahoe I'm driving because my car, as you may have known, I don't know where I said it. I said it on a video. My Tahoe got backed into I've got all my junk, all this junk. I bought toilet paper. I'm going to be the reason you have a toilet paper shortage. No. But listen, so I'm driving this Tahoe, my Kia, I have a Kia, and I love my Kia. It's just so much more efficient than something like this. I actually looked at getting it several years ago when my minivan was going so kaput. I mean, we were putting more money into it than the dang thing was valued. We finally had to make a decision. So, long story short, I test drove everything. I did, and I'm sorry to tell you, now I don't think this one is going to be valued at some of the ones that we saw several years ago, and I'm not trying to be ugly to you, but you folks that are buying these $75,000, $85,000, $95,000 things like this, and you're getting like 16 miles to the gallon, 19, y'all gotta be hurting right now. What are you going to do when August gets here? I'm not being ugly, I'm being 100% real here. What are you going to do when August gets here and the national average as of last night or yesterday is now being predicted to be over $6 a gallon? Yeah, that's right. That's why I want my car back. So my car is being fixed because this little guy backed into my Kia was just sitting there like the only one in the whole parking lot at the co-op, and this little man backs his truck into the front of it. Didn't do major damage, but it did enough damage to where now we can't find parts to fix it. So wonderful. So basically, I'm driving this thing. It's a rental. And this is why I'm saying it is painful. It really, truly is. I mean, so I'm just going to be a homebody forever, I guess. But this is what we need to talk about. Have you seen this? Do you understand that they are now saying, which, do you really need to... Do you really need Fox News or me or anybody on YouTube? I know I sound like a broken record. You know this is coming, right? I mean, it's just bound to happen. To be honest with you, I'm surprised. Right now here in Southeast Tennessee, we're paying, now it's bouncing around a little bit. You can find a few various places right now at $4.19. Most places bounced to $4.29 by yesterday, and then some are already up to $4.39. So it just kind of depends. And the thing is are you going to keep driving around in circles to save 10 cents? You're going to burn more gas. So see, that's the predicament that a lot of us are in is, you just got to pick your spot and stay on top of it and cut back where you can. So what are you going to do? I mean, this is the question. What are you going to do when you are literally can't afford to drive your vehicle anymore? What are the school systems going to do? This is another reason why, and I didn't mention it in the video that I put up yesterday, but what are the school systems going to do with diesel shortages and fuel prices? How are you going to get your kids to public schools? I just had somebody say something to me this morning and smarted off to me. You gotta love those comments. Saying, not everybody can homeschool. Some people, sometimes you have families where both parents have to work. Who's going to educate the kid? The dog? Well, first of all, don't be a jerk. Okay, I understand that it doesn't apply to everybody. Not everybody wants to homeschool. Okay, not everybody can homeschool. But let me just hit you back in the head with the ping pong. I know a lot of families that did the best they could to find a way to homeschool, make it happen. They changed their schedules. They actually, maybe the grandkids kind of hang out with mom or somebody during the day. What they do is they do their education at night, and then the kids work on homework during the day. They kind of flop it or flip-flop it. You know what they also do? They also say, you know what? We're also going to have to do homework on Saturdays and Sundays, a little bit here and a little bit. We did Sunday nights are a homework night here. Just like, when I was in public school, there were many weekends I had homework, starting in like the 5th and 6th grade. So I don't know where these people, here's the bottom line. In a lot of cases, not all, but in a lot of cases where there's a will, there's a way. So, but even at the end of the day of that, why you want to be ugly? You're not accomplishing anything. And like I said in my baby formula video, if you don't have anything helpful to contribute, shut your pie hole, because nobody wants to hear it anymore. We got enough stress, we got enough problems. Just like when you get on YouTube or you get somewhere, or, just like you might have that negative Nelly in your life that is telling you, inflation's not the problem. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because the inflation that we are now experiencing is causing an economic slowdown. We are in a recession, probably headed towards a depression. When Mamaw is debating how she can afford bologna, yes, inflation is most certainly the problem. Okay? And no matter how bad somebody has been in their life with their finances, they've caused distress for their personal situation. I will admit to that. You know how I feel about all that. But the reality is individual American citizens, and we're just going to go with that, individual American citizens making individual decisions did not cause the Fed. We've printed too much money. We're sending money to drunk cousins and long lost girlfriends and drinking buddies in organizations and things all around the world. We don't even know where our money's going. So when you sit here and say inflation isn't the problem, okay, well, I'm going to tell you what right now. When people stop shopping, because they are, when people stop going on vacation, because they are, when people stop filling up their gas tanks, or they'll fill it up and then they just don't go anywhere, which is what I call a lockdown. When all of these things happen because of inflation and shortages, blah, 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 you're going to have a major economy problem. Probably the worst we've ever seen, because everything is compounding on top of each other. So when somebody tells you that the problems that you're facing are only because you chose to buy cable, or because you went to Florida 2 years ago, or because you bought a Tahoe, well, certainly that's not a personal decision that's probably going to help you in the long run economically. I will give you that. But to say our overall problem is not inflation is wrong, stupid, and frankly is dangerous. So if you're listening to anybody in your life, whether it be somebody you personally know or whatever, that is spewing this garbage to you, because they see what happens is when we don't talk about the real issues of lack of leadership, lack of accountability, overspending like a drunk sailor, all of these things. And it's not just one person. I'm no dummy. You're no dummy. Okay? But when these people are trying to flip the narrative and say that it's your fault, that is some evil Knievel right there. That's some evil Knievel right there. When you force people to do things, or try to force people to do things to the point where they have to quit their jobs, when you are unrealistic with trying to run an economy, when you're sending money and things to other people, other places, and not taking care of your own, when you are essentially paying people to not work. True. What do you think's going to happen? The average American citizen like me isn't for that. I don't know any that are. I don't know the first person says, you know what I think we should do today? I think we should pay people to sit at home forever. No. While they go and hump the 9 to 5 and then come home and do another 4 hours at their farm, and the weekends too. Yeah, I'm going to do all of these things and pay all these taxes, golly gee williker, because I think it's great. But if the economy collapses, it is the individual citizen that did it. See, here's what the reality really is. People when you don't flash the flashlight onto, it's kind of like turning the light on the cockroaches. When you don't do that, that means you're a cockroach too. That's right. So what you have are people that have political biases, and because they won't discuss the lack of leadership and the lack of responsibility and accountability, and they want to place it on a retired mammal who simply wants to go buy some extra whatever at the Dollar General today, even if it's not in her budget. You got to be some type of crazy town. So I tell you again, if you're listening to anybody that is spewing this garbage, please turn them off, because they're messing with your minds. They are messing with your minds, just like they're messing with the minds with our children. Okay? It happens to adults too every single day. Now, one more time, is personal responsibility important? Yes. The personal responsibility comes in, and it matters because it ensures that you can make it through hard times. You as a mom, or as a family unit. That is why we tell you, try to be debt free. Please try to have food stocked up. Please try to have some backed up funds. Is your dog good? Do you need new tires soon? What do you need to do to make sure you are squared away? Put a garden in, honey. That's what we're working on right now. That's what I came to get. Where my pots out here. I'm planting more herbs. My point is, personal responsibility, being debt free as much as possible, is personal accountability, personal responsibility. Don't you wish the government kinda behaved that way? No, they're not. So as I'm talking to you right now, as I'm making this video right now, my oldest son is working with some homeless individuals. He works downtown, and he is actually trying to help some individuals who are homeless, but who are working jobs. This is the reality that we're living in right now, folks. The homeless aren't just out there living in their cars or living on the streets because they're veterans, or someone who has maybe some mental issues, or somebody that is just a drug addict. No, you're entering a time. You're in a time where people that have had a lot of success probably in the past have come down on some hard luck, and it is going to get worse. You better get ready for it. This is why I tell people, please prepare, please get your home ready, please do everything that you can, because you're going to be helping people. But I'm getting messages right now. I'm going to be buying shoes for in brand new affordable shoes for these individuals who are trying to get up and get up off of their situation. They're working. These people are working. So I'm getting their shoe sizes right now. It's coming through right now. So this is what I'm saying. Get your house in order. Do everything that you can for yourself, yes, so that we can help people. Because the bottom line is, the people that cause this problem are not coming to help you. I said that yesterday. I've said it in other videos before. If you don't recognize that by now, woe unto you. You're going to have a rude awakening. And anybody that is not telling you this is not doing you any favors. Please look at your individual situation, because $6 a gallon gas is going to, like I said, I just said this the other day. When you can't afford to go anywhere, you're in a lockdown. Do you understand that? No condescension there. I'm just saying, think about it. When, like I said, the least expensive thing that you can do to get out and go, which would be to maybe load the kids up and go get an ice cream, which, I said I haven't been Dairy Queen in a long time. Dairy Queen's a good drive for me. But pick your spot, somewhere local. I mean, for us to get in the car, load the kids, drive to, Pigeon Forge. Can you imagine a day at Dollywood? Hey. Think about our local economy alone that will suffer. Think about your local economy that's about to suffer. Where do you live? Your restaurants. If the cutie patooties in their yoga pants aren't going to buy their extra Tide Pods and their aviators and their Starbucks and their kombucha. I love women like that. Don't get me wrong. I tease you, right? My point is, if these little extra expenditures, going to get ice cream, going to get your kombucha, a day out on the boat, when all of these things start getting knocked off, I can do today, the economy is going to suffer. And when the economy suffers, you're going to start seeing incredible unemployment. Isn't that the last thing that we need right now? I mean, when it takes you 26 minutes to get an Arby's sandwich in a drive-thru because only one person's working the whole Arby's, we already have an unemployment issue. Think about it. I will tell you right now, I took a picture the other day. I went to go visit my Nana, and I picked her up a Cobb salad at the Chick-fil-A at 1 p.m. There were 2 cars in the drive-thru on a Tuesday at 1 p.m. 2. I'm not seeing these crazy busy restaurants and 50,000 boats on the water and all of these things that everybody says everybody's doing. Could people be out? Yeah, but start paying attention to what they're not doing. If you go to a mall and walk around, you might see people walking around because they don't have anything else better to do. Walking around is free. How many bags are they holding? How many pretzels are they buying? How many whatevers are they getting at your local mall? Probably none. They probably walk around, browse, might pick up one item and carry their water bottle because that's essentially free. So be looking for that. And as the summer continues and as tempers flare, you better have a plan for your children for the coming school year, because I'm telling you to homeschool. I've been telling you to homeschool for years because it's nothing but a bunch of junk in the public schools. And I haven't heard it. The thing is, I have public school teachers now say, you're right. I used to get some pushback when I would say that a couple of years ago, that I was attacking teachers. I'm not attacking teachers. I'm attacking a failed system. Just like I'm not even necessarily attacking it. I'm calling a spade a spade. You want somebody to lie to you any more than they have been? Look where it's got you. Yeah, way downriver in the mud, baby. So when you're getting in your Tahoes, and I'm sure it looks cleaner than mine. This isn't even mine. But I know you're thinking these things. $79 last night. I went and got a few little things at the Dollar General to finish up my planting today and tomorrow. So we headed out for just a little bit. I went to the Dollar General. I love Dollar General. 3/4 of a tank, $79. It was we got it for $4.09. We actually lucked out on that. Not $4.20, not $4.19, not $4.29, not $4.39. The one place that we knew might be the cheapest probably isn't today, $79. Can you imagine trying to drive back and forth to school every day, your kids, and going to work? I'm sorry. It makes me mad as a hornet. But I don't think faulting the individual American citizen and their personal choices is fundamentally where we need to be. I tell you to get your house in order because I want you to make it, and I want you to understand what you're going to have to do because nobody's here to help you. But you, as an individual, because you chose to drive a Tahoe, you didn't make those printing presses roll. Let's call a spade there too. Let's put down our biases and hold the people that are responsible for placing us in this mess. Frankly, we should have gone downhill harder a long time ago. And we've sort of swam out. Hopefully enough people will wake up so that we can be better people and understand that we need better leadership. Hey, you know what? At this point, Mr. Potato Head would be better. I said that. Appreciate you watching. Y'all stay safe out there. Don't get dehydrated. Stay hydrated. I'm gonna put. Isn't he cute? This was my own. Those I bought because I really, really needed it. And I stared at it, and I stared at it, and I stared at it. And you know, I have little sloths on my little purse that I got for Christmas, and I went, my splurge is my splurge for the rest of the year. It's not funny. I feel your pain. I understand. All right, we'll see you on the next video. Stay very busy. Got to get back in the garden. We have more videos coming your way. Keep putting away food. If you can get gas cans to put away to help you stock up for the next couple of months, do so now. Be thinking about a plan for your children. I don't want to discourage anybody from doing things to help anybody else, but I'm telling you right now, if you're in a pinch, you better look at the hard bottom line and ask yourself, do you really need certain things? Can you sell certain things? What can you do today to put some extra funds away or to pay off debt? That's because, like I said, you have to take care of you. Like, subscribe, share. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm getting a lot of folks telling me they're getting unsubscribed. I'll have to make a rant video just about that. But I can do it. Guys, stay safe out there. We'll see you on the next video.